Hello there, I bet you can't guess what map I'm on.
I feel like I totally could.
No, you couldn't. It's not been revealed or confirmed yet.
It's the lava. I can see lava behind. It's a volcano-y lava, like every monster hunter I want. It's a lava map.
Correct!
See? Really, really easy.
Sadness.
Hello, my fellow hunters! Would you like to see a gobble? Okay, not that. That's not, yeah, a gobule. Behold! It's a submarine! Gobule! Okay, seriously, I think this thing is absolutely adorable. Let me just say right here that Rise is absolutely oozing charm, and I cannot get enough of it. But more than that, there has been some juicy new revealings, which are worth, well, talking about right now in this video. So does this mean Gobule's gonna be in the game? Well, no, of course not. Especially as it's part of the Argosy, part of Trader Rondine's ship, and she is from a faraway land, and she's supposedly hiding a secret. And to that end, there is a chit-chat option, and that's kind of curious. Will that be with all the NPCs? Will there be, like, NPC storylines where we can do quests for them like requests we've had in the past, but then we actually get more dialogue and progress some sort of mini side plot? That would be really cool. Might be a little bit too expensive for just a casual click this button and talk to me. Might just be flavor, but the possibilities are there, and anything that adds more personality to these already bursting with personality characters is great by me. But in any case, it's likely then that wherever Rondine hails from, Gobul are native. But where does she hail from? I couldn't tell you, but it's got a fantastic sense of dress. I feel like Rondine's outfit is amazing and clearly not of the aesthetic of Chimera Village. In fact, it's kind of Renaissance-y, so somewhere there's a Monster Hunter game to be made set around that period, so what can you do with that information? I don't know. Am I reading too much into this? I might be, but what I'm not reading too much into is the maps. And what maps do I mean? Well, firstly, we got a lovely little look at the Palico and Palimute customization system, and to put it lightly, there is a lot of customization. You can really make your perfect buddy from color to form and have them ready to go, and that's really exciting to see. Just more to the list of things from World and Iceborne that we're not really losing. But what you can do is preview these guys in front of various maps. And, well, during the cycle through those maps, we got ourselves a volcano map, which, you know, again, we kind of knew we were getting from the Spider Monster, and also it's a Monster Hunter game. There is always a lava map in a Monster Hunter game. You know what else there always is? A desert map in Monster Hunter games, and indeed, we do see a desert map. However, this goes much deeper. Because if we rewind it back to our Argosy Captain Rondine, well, we can see hunts at something much, much bigger. But before we get to Mr. Sandy himself, let's actually, you know, quickly get Rondine's functions out the way. She acts like the farm in Gen Ultimate. You can request an item, you can select a Palico to go get you it, you can select how it will go about getting you it, and then it will return with a bunch of that item. Just a nice way to manage your basic supplies. Now, a lot of people, me included, were hoping that she would have functions similar to the Wyporium, which was a facility in Monster Hunter 4U that would let you get materials from monsters not in the game. So yeah, you could craft armor from monsters not in the game. But until we know what special goods and rare finds are, we can't really say for certain, though neither of them really imply that's what they'll be. Maybe order items will, but there is a lot of mystery here. But assuming that she is not Wyporium-y, which I think is probably going to be the case, well, then that would imply and confirm that the Basarios armor the Hunting Horn user in the demo was using is because, you know, Basarios is in the game. Which is nice, though it would be insane if he wasn't, with with a full armor set actually showed off in the literal demo. But perhaps more than that then is the Zinogre bits on Mr.
Haha, you're here!
Are then likely because Zinogre is actually huntable in the game, but again, it could just be complete flavor for that NPC, and Zinogre is nowhere to be seen. But I want to take this even further, so much further, all the way over Rondine's shoulder to the board behind her, where there is little pictures representing maps. Now, what is top right? It could be the shrine ruins, maybe they're the buildings that you can break, but it might not be. It could end up being Yukumo Village. Perhaps these are locations she can go to trade, or other areas she visits, or areas that you can request goods from the order items function from. But the thing is, why are these ones here? They're very random. Like, very random. Like, let's take the bottom right one. Does that remind you of anything? It certainly reminds me of something. Oh yes! Jungle. The map from Monster Hunter 2, a tropical coastline and really quite a beautiful place. That map went into stasis all the way until Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, when it got to come out of retirement for a bit. So what if, like the flooded forest, well, we're getting a jungle remaster remake brought into Rise? I mean, it would kind of make sense. It is quite the rocky, cliffy area. There is a lot of climbing and lots of overhangs and ledges, and it would be perfect for wirebug exploration. Not to mention breathtaking. I mean, look at the camp, the water, the light sparkling. It's just got a wonderful atmosphere, and a Monster Hunter game does need a proper jungle. Shrine Ruinsea isn't really, that. Flooded Forest isn't really, that. We want a proper tropical jungle, deep exploration into the shadows beneath the dense trees, and implying then what monsters could be there. Certainly Bishatton could make an appearance. It seems like somewhere he could hang out, even if it is an old map and it's weird that he's now there but wasn't in the past, but I guess that's something you just have to accept as an inconsistency as the games develop and new monsters get added. But in any case, this is the jungle. Look at the camp compared to this picture. You can see the front of the longer boat. You can see the kind of wide bit to the side. You can see the padding of the cliffs in the background that the river flows through. You can see the mountain on the right that you can climb. You can see the beach and the layout, and it is. That is a picture of the camp and jungle. So with that said then, let's move to the top left, which is a sand ship in a sand sea. And there has only been one time that we have been on a sand ship in a sand sea, and that is to hunt, well, the whale. Oh yes, the Peak Mountain Dragon, the Great Desert Master. This guy is fantastic, and he's something we've not seen for a long time. Not since the 3rd generation. So what better way to bring him back into the spotlight than Rise, a game all about monster variety. And think how much fun it would be to amp the siege up with the addition of wirebugs. It's always been fun to, sail alongside this huge behemoth as it crashes into you trying to break your boat because it mistakes it for another Jhen Mohran because he's not the smartest thing. He's not bright, okay? Bless him. But you kind of spent a lot of time just waiting and firing siege equipment, and yeah, when he came right up, you could jump onto his back and attack him, and mining, and the final showdown was cool. But imagine if you didn't have to wait for him to come to the ship. You could just wirebug across the sand sea and go straight to him. What a fight to reimagine with Rise's new mechanics and giving an up-to-date modern Monster Hunter lick of paint. That is just mesmerizing to imagine. It would be beautiful. So that is what I see when I look at those pictures, because they have to mean something. It's so random if they're not. Why the camp on jungle from Monster Hunter 2? Out of all the pictures they could have picked from the entirety of Monster Hunter history. Maybe it truly is random and that's the point, but why the jungle? It has to bear relevance on the actual game itself. It has to be. And the thing is, it can't be locations that she can go trade with, because you're not going to go trade with the Sand Sea. It's a huge, vast desert ocean. Nothing's there. Barely anything lives. Nothing grows. Who's she going to trade with? Fucking Jhen Mohran. It has to be, because that's going to be a thing in Rise. And God, that's where I am going to put my money. And again, I might be getting a little bit too crazy theory crafty here, but how can I not? It's my favorite thing to do, and I absolutely love doing it. So that is my take on the new tidbits we got recently. Let me know what you guys think, and until then, like you've enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. Please consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon below. A goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.